Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am so thrilled to be doing an unboxing of the Numinous Tarot. It finally came into my hot little hands. I got the shipment notification email on this past Saturday, and today is Monday, that it had shipped. And I get UPS, or not UPS, United States Postal Service notifications, text messages on my phone and via email. I mean, it's kind of a bad thing. I should never, but I can go online and check to see even when there's package labels that are created to come to my address. As soon as that happens and it comes up in their system, then I get a notification. So I knew that it was coming, but I didn't expect it to be so fast. But Noel lives in Washington, or that's where at least the decks are coming from, and I live in California, and so we are neighboring states, and so I knew it would be pretty quick, but I didn't think it was going to be this quick. So I'm super thrilled to finally be able to get my hot little hands on this deck. So much so that I'm even filming in the daylight right after I got home. I don't normally do that. Lord knows I have like a million chores that I need to be doing right now. But yeah, I don't care. So it came in this box, and this time around, unlike my Delta Enduring unboxing, because I was so thrilled to get that deck in my hands, I blacked out the addresses for privacy purposes. For all you YouTube novices out there like myself, just a little tip, I just black it out so I can get carried away as I open up my package. So yeah, as I open this, and what we will do in this instance is I am going to switch camera views so we can get a closer look as I look at it. And, you know, we're looking at it together, if you will. But I did get in on the Kickstarter probably maybe towards the mid part to the end part of the Kickstarter process. So I did wait a while, but I just kind of paced myself and was just like, well, it'll be created when it gets created, and I'm not going to stress over it. But then as other people started getting their decks, I was like, oh my gosh, I need my deck. Where is my deck? I've been trying to be really good and not just try to buy some mass-produced deck to kind of tide me over until some of my more highly favored and highly sought after independent decks are created and sent to me. So sometimes I feel like to assuage my need to get a new deck, I'll go looking around, go into the secondhand stores, or going into what am I gonna say? Or going online. Going online all the time, but I said, nope, I'm going to only bring in what I'm really called to get and receive into my practice this year. And each deck that I've received, I've enjoyed immensely, of course. Of course. Thank you, Noel, for packing this so well. That's a big shout out, because Lord knows it can be kind of crazy how the boxes will get banged up. Okay, so let's see, because I was a Kickstarter, and this is actually, you guys, this is my first Kickstarter deck that I've received, and I was really pleased with how Noel handled the Kickstarter process from start to finish, keeping us apprised of everything that's going on, and I just patiently waited. So here's a poster of the full card, I love when the deck creators include a little something something, because I might hang it up right here for some inspiration. Thank you. It's really pretty. Look at that. There's the rainbow, the person taking that leap, and there is a storm down here going on. And maybe this person knows this, maybe this person doesn't know. But they're taking that leap, diving in anyway, and we'll see what happens, you know? The Fool card. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then I think this is a sticker, and it's the Lover's card, and it's a sticker. So you got that. Really nice touch. And then it's bubble wrapped. Again, thank you, thank you. I had a not so favorable shipping situation with the book depository with the Mystical Shaman deck, and it really like kind of soured me on even wanting to get decks in the mail. But I'm like, oh come on, I have nearly 80 decks in total in my collection at this point, and only maybe 2 had a package issue, like as far as like not being like kind of coming a little damaged. But I think that's not really a bad thing. I don't think it's the usual. Okay, so it's in this size box. Ooh. And it's got the Lover's card on the cover. Feeling all excited about this unboxing. This unboxing video has been on my whiteboard that I have. That I list the videos that I want to do. And so this one's been on it since I did the Kickstarter. And it now finally gets to be erased off my whiteboard. Okay, so I think opening it like so. And we'll get a good close-up look of the box when I change angles, but I just kind of want to show you guys this angle. So you got the plastic insert. It's got a handy, when you're opening, this little lip here that makes it easy to get it out. But I will probably have my deck stored in something else. Oh, look at that. And here is the Glorious Guidebook. It smells delicious. That to me for now. Oh, this is nice. We'll look at it closely in a moment. We'll switch angles. It's got black and white images, but I like the flexibility. The matte texture feels good to me. Oh, and then we have the deck. Thank you, Lord, that it is like tarot size and that it's not ginormous. Big as my hands. I type during the day. I type all day sometimes. In my prior job, I really typed a lot. So my hands and wrists are already taking a beating. So now I add tarot to the mix. I really need a break when it comes to tarot decks. So, oh yes. So it has gilding. Ooh, shiny gilding. Oh, here's the back. And it is glossy, but it would have to be because of the gold gilding. It doesn't have to be, but it makes it a little bit better. Oh, you guys, I can't wait to look at the images, but already I'm just like, I'm in love. You know that worry that you might have if you ordered a deck, say, a year ago, and then you're like wondering, like maybe in the 9th month, if you're even going to still dig it or still want it or whatever. And I have moments where I'm like, am I sure about what I was intending to get when I backed this deck. Is that still where I am? And for me right now, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So we are about to take a look-see closely at this deck. Oh, guys. Yay. Okay, so here we are looking at it closely. Turn down my little radio here. Move that to the side. So like I said, we have that, like I showed you before, the sticker, full card poster. And it does have a little plastic insert, which, hey, you know, I am not too concerned with it. It is doing its job. Is it pretty? No, not necessarily, but does it do the job? Yes, and for that, I am forever grateful. Probably I will find a very pretty, I think I have a beautiful bag that's gonna go nicely with this deck. That will be housed. Or perhaps I may keep it in the plastic container and put it up on a shelf over here so I can look at the glorious cover or the box. Here is the back. So there are reversals. Yeah. It's beautiful pastel-y, like tie-dye-ish watercolors. Of course, it's got the gilding. It has a good little bend still. So it'll still, I think it's still going to shuffle nicely. Despite it being on the glossier side and despite it having gilded edges. Looking at these gilded edges is just like heaven, right? Hopefully it holds up, but I don't mind when the gilding gets a little old or a little drab. I think it adds character with the wornness of a deck. It doesn't have to be shiny and new, but this is sick. You know, it's just like when you're a kid or even a lady who wants to wear sexy patent leather high heel shoes. Those days for me are gone. I'm not wearing patent leather high heel shoes, but you know, when they're first brand new out of the box, shiny, beautiful shoes, and then over time it's just scuffed, not very cute anymore, but hey, they feel good. I'm gonna wear them. They're my old beat up patent leather shoes. My old beat up deck. All right, so let's look at the cards. Oh, before we look at the cards though, let's just again look at the book. It's got the Hanged Man on the cover of the book. And Noel Arthur Heimpel is the creator. And they did a glorious job with this deck, in my opinion, from what I saw as we followed along with the creation. And again, I jumped in literally toward like middle part to the end of it. So it has about this deck, tarot basics, how to read tarot, the Fool's Journey, the tarot court, the suits, reversals, tarot spreads, then the card interpretations, major and minor arcana. About this deck, the Numinous Tarot began as a personal project. I had just graduated from college, and for the first time in my life, I had absolutely no idea what to paint. At the time, what little sense of self I had was so wrapped up in my identity as an artist that this caused me significant existential distress. I remember vividly a night spent sobbing on the bed as I explained to my boyfriend of the time that I had no idea who I was without art. This wasn't an exaggeration. It was true. I'm not going to go into the full story here, but it's a beautiful story that I'm going to read more in depth here. Let's see. The Numinous Tarot is a bright, colorful, and encouraging and encouraging, but it does not shy away from darker moments and imagery. It is an emotional deck, created largely out of intuition combined with personal symbolism and some traditional Rider-Waite Coleman Smith imagery. Associations with numerology and astrology are present within the cards and the guidebook, but are not a central focus. This is a modern deck that draws on tradition, but mostly seeks to do its own thing. Tarot is a living system that needs to grow and breathe and change, just as people in society do. Oh, I love that. Usage of they as a singular pronoun has deep historical roots and is currently on the rise as an option for those who don't fit the he-she binary, such as myself, or for when a person's gender is unknown. If it sounds strange to you, that's okay. The more we use and engage with singular they, the more comfortable it will feel. Language is changing around us all the time, and that is very true, as someone who appreciates the words. And the other parts and aspects of this creator's personal story, I want to keep that to those who actually either receive this deck as a gift or purchase this deck. This conversation that the creator is doing a lot of personal revealing and revelation to us about their own testimony. That to me is sacred and needs to be something that you read should you receive the deck. But I think it's kind of cool to talk about, you know, the they pronoun and also what this deck is about. Oh, look at this. The goal of the Numinous Tarot is not just to uplift and empower, but to allow for vulnerability, mistakes, and flaws as well. We cannot be strong all the time. I spent the first 25 years of my life being strong, being the family rock, in a way that never allowed me to hurt or need help. I only found real healing when I allowed myself to be weak and scared, to be wrong, to not know the answers. These moments, it turns out, pass. They do not last forever. The people who love and care about us, and there are such people, will be there when you reach out to them. The communities we create are do so much more for us than the hyper-competitive, hyper-individualist message of capitalist American society. The heart of this deck is hope. I started it for myself, but I finished it for all the others who have been led to believe we don't have worth or place in the world. We do. We may have to build this place ourselves, but we are worth the effort, the space, and the care of doing so. And I hope this deck helps you to feel that in your own heart. Oh, thank you, Noel. Thank you for your gift to us. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Okay, so, and then what I like about it is got the picture here, and I don't mind that it's in black and white. That's okay. I think that helps to keep the cost down, and that's fine with me, because eventually, you know, I glance through the book, or I, you know, get the story of the creator and really kind of connect with the deck on that level. But sooner or later, I'm putting the book to the side and not even relying on it. So it doesn't need to have these glossy, you know, pages, slick pages, although that's a nice touch, but it doesn't need it. And this book doesn't. I think it was nicely done here. It's got the title, description, upright meanings, keywords, which I'm a fan of, reverse meanings, and additional keywords for the reverse meanings. This is someone who cares about the tarot reader and brings in such things, because sometimes I think this gets forgotten with the reverse meanings. And I don't always do quote unquote reversals. What I do is I listen to my intuition and look at the corresponding tarot cards or oracle cards around a particular card. And that tells me if I'm really needing to focus more on the reversal meaning or the upright meaning, if that makes any sense. I let that be the guide, because whether it came out reversed or not, sometimes the message needs to speak to the reversal, or most times it could just speak to the upright with a little touch of reversal, or vice versa. You know, it's just like one and the same to me. And It looks like, so for the majors, it has the keyword, it has the description, the upright meanings. Let me get close, sorry. It has the reverse meanings and the keywords for both. Then for, like, here we have the creator. So the minors, it has just the upright and the reverse, which is fine. I think the images are going to be a lot to glean from, and you may not even really need to consult the book. Oh, all right. I could look at that all day. Okay, so here we go. We have the Numinous. Let's take a look at the meaning for the Numinous. And they do a little note about fortune telling, interpreting cards as we go through the Fool's Journey. Ooh, what court cards could represent. I really like the setup of this guidebook. The Journey of the Bells, the Journey of Candles. Yeah, I came into the Kickstarter at the point when Noel was writing the guidebook, which I thought was cool. I love writing, and I'm a fan of writers, and I love their process and hearing about their process all the time. So that was a nice touch for me to jump into. It held my interest. Okay, key themes. Anyways, here's some tarot spreads, the bell spread, the tome spread for making plans and goals, the bell spread for clarity. Oh, this is nice. Card 1, the handle, your current grasp on the situation. Cards 2 and 3, the crown, surface truths about the situation you are vaguely aware of or questioning. Cards 4 to 6, the mouth, the deeper truth about the situation. And card 7, the clapper, what you need to realize in order to gain full clarity of the situation and connect all the pieces. I love these spreads. Candle spread for inspiration and creativity. Vial spread for a two-person relationship, all kinds. Oh, I love that. Card 1, ingredient 1, what person 1 brings to the relationship. Card 2, ingredient 2, what person 2 brings to the relationship. Card 3, the cork, what these two people create together. Ooh, like they could be creating chaos together, right? Or they could be creating harmony. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with that one. I like that spread. All right, universal messages spread. For when you don't have a question, messages the universe currently has for you, the querent. Things to think about. Oh, I love it. Now I gotta find the Numinous. Okay, I must be going out of order or something. Oh, kind of wanted to start at the... I guess we'll just go backwards. Okay, the Numinous. A sacred flame burns brightly upon a snow-capped mountain against a backdrop of glittering stars and northern lights. At the base of the mountain, a cloudy mist gathers above a forest of pine trees. And I'm just going to jump to the keywords for the upright first. Keywords: mystery, magic, beauty, with capital B. Liminality. And then keywords for the reverse: lack of explanation, harmful, magic, frightening spirits, disbelief in magic. Upright meanings: when the Numinous card comes up in a reading, it's an indication that mysterious forces are at play. The Numinous is that feeling you get when staring up at the night sky, realizing in that moment just how vast and beautiful space is. You feel like you might just fall into the gorgeous starry void at any moment, which is both exhilarating and a bit frightening. The Numinous is what you feel when you find a special sunlit grove or an alleyway filled with colorful graffiti, when you gaze out from a high place when a sunbeam cuts through the fog in the early morning. It's the magic and mystery of the world that we connect to in brief but powerful moments throughout our lives. This card may be encouragement to go adventuring, to find yourself in one of these moments. Zoom in. Let's see if I can zoom in so I don't have to constantly. Oh, just don't want to show it to you guys. Okay. Let's see. This card may suggest the need to sit with yourself and find your connection to the world at large. It could mean that some things are much, much bigger than you, and it can feel wonderful to accept that when life gets strange. It may indicate that something you're currently experiencing or asking about has origins in the mysterious and magical. Look out for the small and beautiful when the numinous appears. Catch yourself in the between moments and between places, otherwise known as the liminal. Take a trip to the astral realm if you can. There is a special energy there you'll find nowhere else. So, it also can indicate, like in the reversal, that this card can indicate magic and mysticism of a frightening or a harmful nature. Malicious spirits, shadow work that overwhelms, energy vampire, psychic attack, negatively haunted places, curses, vengeful ghosts, spell rebound, and dangerous astral travel can all be indicated here. And they go into details and a little cautionary something here. Well, right here it says sometimes curses are well deserved. Sometimes they are self-defense or in defense of others. Sometimes they are not those things. The possible indication of curses by this card is not a judgment on those who cast them. This card can merely indicate a curse as part of the situation described by the reading, not whether or not it was right or wrong, deserved or undeserved. And then, wow. Keywords: lack of explanation, harmful magic, frightening spirits, disbelief in magic. Interesting. Wow. So here's the World card. It's got the title at the bottom. It's a beautiful World card. Here's like judgment or awakening. I think I want to do the Sun. The Moon. It's an interesting moon. There's a star. I have to back up my... Okay. Here's a tower, which I really like. It's like you can... Wow. It's kind of scary. The Shadow or the Devil card. Wow. Oh, that is some Devil card. My goodness. Here's Temperance. Really like that Temperance card. Look at the Death card. Not your traditional Death card. beautiful though. The Hanged One, which I really like. And I like this Justice card. This is the lovely Wheel of Fortune. You can see the different seasons and the vials, the bells, the pence and the candles. And here's the 10 of vials. It's got a lot to be able to pull from visually when doing readings, I'm sure. Oh, they have all the 10s together, it seems. Okay. So here's the 10 of Tombs. Pence. Huh. 10 of Candles. Wow. Ouch. And 10 of Bells. Interesting. It's got the Hermit in here. I'm like, all of the cards are different. I want to see if they mention any. Let's see. The Tarot Court. Okay, so bells are like the swords or air. Candles are wands, fire. Tomes are pentacles, earth. Vials are cups and or water, energy. So 10 of bells, you have this person kind of being dragged down. So this is 10 of air. Interesting that the person's in water, but I get it. Ooh. I'm like I nearly drowned when I was 7 years old, and I'm terrified of that feeling. It's just one of the worst feelings ever. And so to see that is just like, yeah, not a great feeling at all. Sinking, and not being helped. It's just a different take on of the 10 of air. The Hermit. I love this Hermit card. Here's 9 of Vials, so 9 of Cups. This card makes me happy. This is 9 of Tomes. Lovely. Very lovely. Nine of Candles. So 9 of Wands. I love how Noel considered adding different abilities and, people who have different abilities into the deck. That is a nice addition to me. I love diversity. I love when a deck embraces diversity. Not to say that, certain decks that are, taking place in places that don't necessarily have a lot of diversity is not okay. That's not the case. It's just that if a modern day deck is being created, some diversity in sexuality and race and abilities, sizes, it just really speaks to the universe and the world that we're in today. So I appreciate that. I really, really do. 9 of Bells. Wow. Ooh. It's like wind. Okay, look at that wind chime. Look, this person's going crazy. It's like rain, 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 rain. You know, the yellow and the black, and then there's wind chimes constantly going, and this person is sitting here and just crying and listening to it, you know, banging over their head, and it's not so pleasant anymore like it first started out. Initially, it started out kind of pleasant, and then it turned into chaos noise and just not pleasant. Interesting. Here's the Strength card. Interesting. Here's 8 of vials, or 8 of water. This person's leaving. It looks like leaving the party. Saying, you know what, this partying lifestyle is just not for me anymore. I gotta go. Left the cigarette lit and I'm out of here. 8 of Tomes, or 8 of Pentacles. Person's getting her work done in the midnight hour. 8 of Candles. So, 8 of Wands energy. Interesting. 8 of Bells. The Chariot. I like the Chariot. This is about as much unicorn as I need in my life. I know, like, there's recently been a unicorn deck, or probably a few decks that have dropped with lately of unicorns, and I'm just not really into, like, unicorns or whatnot, or mermaids, really. So I don't mind the one-off mermaid or the one-off unicorn, but when it's like a whole deck, it's just too much for me. But this is a nice touch. Seven of Vials, apothecary. I'm like always mispronouncing that. 7 of Vials, I love that. Super cute. Oh, 7 of Pence, or 7 of Tones. Getting that work done. Don't know if it's really going to pay off in the end, but just got to keep going, keep doing it. May pay off, you don't know. 7 of Candles. So 7 of Wands. Interesting depiction of 7 of Wands. I like that this deck is like doing its own thing. And you can kind of just allow your intuition to go with it. It's, you know, loosely based in Rider-Waite to me. Rider-Waite Smith. 7 of Bells. The Lovers. I love that Lovers card. I can't wait to do a deck interview with this deck to see how I will be using it, and, you know, in what way, and like, will it be good for just, you know, the, you know, overall kind of reading, the general reading, or will this be good for love, you know, like friendship readings or love readings? I don't know. Can't call it yet. 6 of Vials. 6 of Tomes. Oh, the little free library. So it's like 6 of Pentacles. I like that. You can give, and you can, it's a give and take, you know, with these little free libraries. You can receive and you can also give. I like that. 6 of candles. Look at that pretty cake. 6 of bells. Oh, I love this card. Oh, I love that card. I'm a big 6 of water, 6 of air, 6 of swords person. Because I've had those moments in my life, and it really is like delivering you to smoother waters in life, and it just like gives you that little bit of reprieve, you know. So, the visionary. Visionary. I have to set that one aside for a moment. 5 of vials. Oh, this is the Hierophant. Oh, I like the visionary then. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. 5 of vials. So 5 of cups. Oh, this heartbroken. I like this card too. This is one of my favorites. 6 of bells and the 5 of vials. Loving. 5 of pence or 5 of tomes. Oh, someone had to burn books to stay warm, even though there's a library. Oh, it's a quite interesting tale. It's interesting. 5 of candles. 5 of bells. Interesting. The Founder. So the Emperor. 4 of vials. Oh, I'm loving that too. 4 of tomes. Look at that. It's got a little lock on there, and I don't know if it's got like, it's got a little crystal under lock and key. Some riches in there that someone's holding on to and keeping to themselves and not really sharing. 4 of candles, like that a lot. It's pretty. 4 of bells, getting some rest after maybe grading papers or studying. 3 of vials. Cups energy. 3 of tomes. Lovely. 3 of candles. 3 of bells. Broken little bells. The Nurturer, or the Empress as we know it traditionally. It's really beautiful. Two of vials. Oh, a little mermaid action. What did I say? I don't mind if it's just one mermaid. If it's several, I'm a little overwhelmed. Same with dragons. Same with angels. Two of Tomes, Two of Pentacles, or Two of Earth, Two of Candles. Huh. Two of Bells. Look at that. This person's face is obscured. Love that. The Diviner. Ooh, the High Priestess. And one of the reasons why I ended up getting this lovely little deck. The Magician. Ace of Vials. Here's the aces now. Ace of Pence, some crystals, some runes, a little labyrinth or what have you. Some groundedness going on. Ace of Candles. Ace of Bells. I can't wait to try and shuffle it. The Fool. Mystic of Vials. Mystic of Tombs of the Kings. Lovely. Mystic of Candles. Mystic of Bells. Wow. I like this Mystic of Bells. I really do, actually. I do. Let's see. Explorer of Vials. Oh, there's another mermaid. Okay, number 2 mermaid. Again, not too many now. Not too many. Still a nice little mermaid card's different, and I like that. Anything to get my imagination and intuition just pinging is what I'm looking for. Explorer of Tomes. Again, very gender bending and very diverse, and I like that. Being from California, I live in a very diverse community, and I feel so blessed because of that. And it's nice to have decks in my little collection that I have that can appeal to many different types of people, because hey, not everyone is the same, and I love the variety that we have here in my own state, in our own world. It just makes this a better place. So I love that I have some decks to speak to that. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Explorer of Candles. Explorer of Bells. Dreamer of Vials. So like the Page, I'm imagining, or is it the Knights? Let's see. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Dreamer of Candles. Dreamer of Bells. This is going to be a very long video. Sorry, guys. Creator of Vials. Gorgeous. Oh, what is it? Viaglio? I forgot what that condition is called, where the skin pigmentation has pretty much left or gone. from the body, but nevertheless, Noel does a beautiful job of just being able to see the beauty from this person here, you know? That all of it is beautiful. All of it, including the condition, you know? It's just wow. It's just wow. Creator of tomes. Aw. Love that. Creator of candles. And creator of bells. So pretty. So, so, so pretty. Wow. Okay. Now, I wanted to look at the meaning of the Three of Bells for a moment, though. It's an interesting depiction, so I was kind of curious about that. Three of Bells. Having made our decision and moved forward from the two, we now find ourselves at the heartbreak and betrayal of the three. Changing our view of the world and how we interact with it, including with other people, is not easy. Someone or something we love no longer fits within our life and so has left us, or they did something that convinced us to leave them. Not that this feels much better to our hearts and minds. Jealousy is also sometimes indicated by this card. As our view of the world, ourselves, or our loved ones changes, we may envy others who are not stuck in this tumultuous place. We may envy those who remain in ignorant bliss of the changes we're suffering through. We may envy those who seem to have all the luck and answers to their problems. One of the hardest things to lose is our dream of how things should be or will be. Sometimes something has shattered our dreams, and so this is the shattering, it looks like, and left them on the floor. All we can do is be honest about how we feel until this moment passes. I love that. You know why I like that meaning? Because it says here, one of the hardest things to lose is our dream of how things should be or will be. And so with the three, it's at that finality moment, that first three, where you're like, okay, this isn't going to work out. Now I need to look. And you go into the four and you rest for a moment. You recuperate from this heartbreak period. But then as you go on that fool's journey, you're moving upward, you're moving forward, you're moving on. So yeah, it may be an ending initially. It's certainly laying the foundation for a new beginning as you enter on into the four. We're going to now try to shuffle this bad boy. Let's see how it shuffles. Oh, that was a bad shuffle. I don't want to. I like to riffle shuffle, but I'm like, should I dare? Should I dare? But yes. Yes, I dare. And yes, I should have. I'm digging. The way it shuffles, y'all. Shuffles like a dream. I like the cardstock because I can riffle shuffle it. I don't really like a super thick cardstock. I know it keeps the integrity of the card, but I like to riffle shuffle. Always have it, even as a little girl. And it overhand shuffles nicely. And since I get jumping cards, I like how it does that too. Oh, it overhand shuffles nicely and it jumps beautifully. Wow. I love the way it shuffles. You all know how I love jumping cards. It just kind of want to see how it looks together with other cards on the table. Oh, the shadow card, y'all. And the hermit card. Alright guys, I'm not gonna continue this video on any longer than it needs to. It's already gone on super long. And I need to eat dinner. I'm starving. But there you have it. The Numinous Tarot. The lovely Numinous Tarot. I am so happy with it. I love the energy that I'm getting from it. I'm going to clear it with a little Palo Santo tonight. I will probably do a deck interview tonight if I can. If I have a little time. I may not have time. But I am loving this deck, and so happy that I backed it, and so not disappointed with the finished product. In fact, I am very pleased with the finished product. Noel, awesome job. Well done. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Many blessings to all of you. Much love, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.